Okay, in this video, I am going to show you how to cut a rabbet on the bottom of a door. That means we turn the bottom of the door into an L shape. And these can be tricky if you've never tried one before. I'm actually going to show you 3 different ways to do it. And I'll let you know which one is my favorite. And you would need to do this because there are various hardware products and thresholds that require cutting the door in this manner. One of them is called the threshold hook. And you can see it's this metal hook-shaped device that attaches to the bottom of the door in the rabbet. And then once the door is installed and you close the door, the threshold hook hooks onto the corresponding threshold. They're very tricky to do, but the key is cutting this rabbet properly. So here's how you do it. So here I've just clamped a board to use as a fence, and I've got this long router bit on here. So I can just put my router up against the fence like that. It's gonna hit that line, and only go down a little bit. Only want to cut about a 1/4 inch at a time. You don't want to try to cut all of this wood at once. It'll be a disaster. Cut a little bit at a time and just keep resetting it as you go. Just gonna work it on there very slowly all the way across. Then we'll lower the router bit and do another pass, and do 4 or 5 passes till it's all cut. Even though this method does work, this is the least desirable method. I do not recommend this. It's very difficult. It's a very precarious cut, and ultimately your router bit gets very deep, which makes it very hard to manage. You have to do a lot of cuts, and as you get toward that lip, look what happened. I started getting rip outs. It started ripping out as I got toward that bottom piece, and luckily I was able to glue this back into position. Very challenging, very difficult. Do not recommend it. See, I need to take out this area where the X is, and then is to put a fence on your router if you have such a thing. And I go in easy from right to left. If using this method, it is critical to move from right to left, and that has to do with the way that the router rotates. If I were to go left to right, the router would want to run with the rotation of the blade, and it can easily get away from you. The drawback of doing it this way was the way I started. I should not have started up by the top. I should have adjusted it so that I started toward the bottom, because as I cut away wood and lower it, I have less wood to rest the router against, which makes it more difficult to control. Go very careful. Don't try to take that whole thing off. Go a little at a time, and you got it. So while this is better than the first method, it is still challenging because of the way you have to hold the router so steady, and you also have to do multiple passes, and also it's stressful knowing that one slip could destroy the door. A simple board, a little spacer here, and your circular saw. Okay, so I know it has to go this deep, which is this line right here. So you see when I have it resting right there, that saw is only going to go as deep as that line. I also need it to cut just below this line because we want to save this little piece right here. We're removing all of this section right here. So we're going to just save that little piece. And when you're doing it this way, you want to have the inside of the door facing up. So now I have to get my saw to cut right on that line. All I do is clamp this 1x6 here, and then I just put spare strips of wood right there. I got about a 1/4 inch. When I just rest my saw right there, the blade goes just below that line. And that works out. Your saw may be different, but just get something stable and smooth right there. I'm gonna run the saw right along there and make the first cut. Easy and clean and efficient. And just like doing the router cuts, the key to this is holding the saw steady and keeping the proper angle. And even though this is much easier for me, it is still a little precarious. And if you had to do this, I would recommend practicing on the old door a couple times first. Now we're going to flip this over and cut the other side. I want to set the saw on the door and set the blade depth so that it goes into that first cut. So that's how deep we have to go. I want my saw blade to cut right on this line and right here. So I set up this fence and clamp it down. So when I lay my saw right there, see that? It's gonna cut exactly where I want on that line. So it's a no-brainer. And I have the depth of the blade set. It's gonna be a perfect cut. So you just have to remember to hold the saw steady up against the fence and make sure that fence is clamped tightly. If you have set up everything properly, this is pretty easy, and the key is to keep the saw up against the fence. You don't want that thing wandering. And if your cuts are a little bit off, like mine were, don't just rip off the bottom. You could destroy it. Carefully cut it off with your razor knife or chisel, whatever it takes. Get it out cleanly and easily. Let's put our hook on here. Fits perfectly. So while none of these are really easy, using the saw is my favorite and preferred method. So with a few nails into the hook, we mount the door and give it a try. Nice, see that? Perfect.